Hey everyone, my name is Mikkel and welcome back to a long-awaited return to the Get Tone series. In today's video, we're going to be talking about something that's found on almost any type of guitar, and that is the pickup selector. To sum it up, the pickup selector is basically a type of switch that designates which pickup is being active and sent to the output, as well as how that pickup is active. Now, the pickup selector comes in many different styles, the most common being the three-way toggle blade, as well as the blade style switches. The three-way toggle blade is actually very simple. Usually you have 2 to 3 contact inputs and 1 contact output. Depending on the position of the three-way toggle blade will depend on which pickup is active, and usually allows for 2 pickups to be active at the same time. Now, on the little bit more complex end of things, the blade style switches come on a couple different flavors. The most common of those are usually 3-way and 5-way blade style switches, which are normally found on Strats as well as Super Strats. A little bit more complex would be the Multipole style switch, which features 4 sets of contact outputs, and we'll be going into that later on in the video. So going back to 3-way and 5-way blade style switches, these actually function in a very similar manner. They both feature 2 sets of outputs. One side is designated as the A side, whereas the other side is designated as the B side. On the screen, I have a close-up video of a 5-way blade style switch, which operates and looks in a very similar manner to the 3-way blade style switch. The main difference is only the number of positions available as designated by the name. So as you can see, there's a contact constantly being connected to the output, and that's going to be designated as A and B0. Both sides function in the same way. Now, depending on what position the blade style switch is, as you can see here, will depend on which of the other 3 contacts are being connected to A0. So in first position, as shown, you'll have A1, which is designated as the farthest contact from A0, and it will be the closest contact on the B side. So to break it down further into detail, I'm going to be going through the positions available on a 5-way and a 3-way blade style switch. So on screen I have a schematic of the blade style switch. It will be the same for both a 5-way and the 3-way blade style. So for a 3-way blade, you'll have 3 different positions. So for the first position, A1 and B1, as highlighted in the schematic, will be connected to A0, and these will be sent to the common out. In the second position, A2 and B2 will be connected to their corresponding common out. In the third position, A3 and B3 will be connected to the common out. So as mentioned before, the 5-way blade functions in a very similar manner to the 3-way blade. The only difference is just the number of positions available. In the 5-way blade switch, now you could have multiple contacts being active in positions 2 and 4. So similar to the 3-way blade, in position 1, as you can see, you only have A1 active. In position 2 now, you'll have A1 and A2 being connected together and sent to the common out. In position 3, only A2 is being sent to the common out. In position 4, now you have A2 and A3 being sent to the common out. And in the final position, you'll have A3 being sent to the common out. The B side functions in the exact same way. So one thing to note is that you may find that the 3-way and 5-way blade style switches actually come in 2 different forms. If you own an Ibanez guitar, you've probably seen one of these guys, where instead of having 2 sets of contacts, you'll have them all lined up in a single row. The only difference between these types of switches is simply how they appear. Instead of having 2 different sides, both the A and B side of the contacts are going to be in a single row, but it's still going to function the same way, where the first half of the switch is the A side and the second half is the B side. On screen I have a schematic just showing how the pinout is going to look. So as I mentioned before, there is a more complex type of switch available, which is known as the multipole switch. So the way this differs actually from the 3-way and the 5-way is that instead of featuring 2 sets of contacts, you're going to have 4 sets of contacts. Furthermore, these sets of contacts now have a contact for every position and 1 common out. So there's going to be 6 contacts total. So instead of having to share contacts for positions 2 and 4, now there's a designated contact for both of those positions. In order for a pickup to be active in multiple positions for a multipole, you'll have to jumper it across some of these different contacts. So one thing to mention about the blade style switches is that the different sides are not jumpered together initially. You'll need to run a wire across the common out if you want to use both sides to the active out. But this also allows for things in the multipole to be grounded by running a ground to 1 set of contacts and then just running the common out to another set of contacts. So now this marks the end of the first of many videos to come regarding pickups, pickup selectors, as well as tone knobs. Now in the upcoming video, I'm going to be going over pickup configurations as well as the basics of pickup wiring for both humbuckers and single coils. So be sure to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next video. Now, if you have any questions or comments regarding pickup selectors, or if there's anything you want to see in upcoming videos, feel free to leave a comment in the section below and I'll be sure to get to it as soon as possible. As always, I greatly appreciate you all for tuning in and hope to catch you all in the next video.